everybody, it's Todd here from Baking with Foxholic Kitchen. Join Dave and I today as we show you how to make pumpkin ravioli with an apple sage butter sauce. Only on Baking with Foxholic Kitchen. Hello to all my Foxholic fam. I'm Todd.
And I'm Dave.
And welcome to Baking with Foxholic Kitchen. This week, as I said, top of the show, we're going to be making pumpkin ravioli with an apple sage butter sauce. Now, Dave, have we not made ravioli a million times before?
Yes, we have made ravioli before, but this brings together all the wonderful fall flavors that we're going to put into it.
So everything in a real great punch?
Oh yeah.
So if you're ready,
then let's have some fun.
Alright guys, to start off, as you guys may know by now, since we've done a couple different versions of ravioli, we got to make the dough first. So I'm going to go ahead and take 3 cups of flour. Into that, add a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And we're just going to mix this together here until it's just combined. Alright, next up we got 3 eggs we're going to add to our flour mixture here.
Okay.
To that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of water and a tablespoon of oil. And we're going to mix this together until it's combined and forms a dough. Alright guys, it's been a few minutes here, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is salt my mixer here. And I'm going to take this out and knead it by hand.
Okay.
Just until we get everything combined and the dough forms into a nice dough ball. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator here for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay guys, while our dough is resting, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling. Alright, I'm going to start off with a cup of ricotta cheese drained. You don't want ricotta cheese to be watery, especially when you're making a filling for a ravioli or a tortellini or anything like that, just because it does make quite a mess.
It makes it soupy and you don't want that.
Next up, you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin puree. Now, there is a difference between pumpkin puree and pumpkin pie mix. Do you know what that is, Dave?
Well, the pumpkin puree is just 100% pure pumpkin and nothing else. It's basically the pumpkin equivalent of mashed potatoes.
Yes.
And pumpkin pie filling is a whole different thing. It has a lot of eggs in it and everything else. We don't want that.
Next up, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Yum.
1 egg.
Okay.
1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay.
1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. Teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm just going to whisk this together. You can definitely smell all the spices and everything. How we looking?
Looking good.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to set this aside and we'll check on our dough. Alright guys, let's go ahead and roll out some pasta sheets here. I got my mixer set up here with a little bit of flour just on the roller itself. Dave and I have learned that if you put a little bit of flour on the rollers, it does help with definitely
with the pasta roller.
Yeah. So I already went and cut it into 4s, and what we're going to do is just going to feed it through the roller. And just keep working it. I might need your help here, Dave, with getting a little more flour added to the
flour.
Yeah, because it's still...
I'll try that.
Well, I think that basically just kind of went through everything, but...
It's sticking a little bit, so we'll put some flour on here.
Yeah, we're just going to keep working this until we get it to the thickness that we like. A little more flour, Dave.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try and fill these now. And the way we do that with our ravioli maker is you want to take one of the sheets of pasta that we just made, drape it over here. You want to fold it in half, more or less. Put it down into the ravioli maker. And if I can get it to go here. Put it down in and get it to catch a little bit. And then we fold this over our sides, our rollers here. And we have a little hopper that we can put on for our filling. And we're going to spoon some of the filling into our ravioli slots here. Not very much, it doesn't take much at all. And then we just roll it up and let that filling go down in. Just a little bit at a time. And I got that go through. And then I have some ravioli here. And we're gonna set this aside because we're gonna have to cut it apart a little bit. And then we'll move on to our next roll. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do on our stove here is I'm gonna toast about a 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts over medium-high heat. It's only gonna take like 3 or 4 minutes. What that does is it releases the oils and the nuts and makes them a little more flavorful. So we're just gonna set these here for like 3 to 5 minutes and let them toast. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is in my really big skillet here, I'm gonna melt a stick of butter over medium heat. And we'll just get this melted here. Doesn't take too long. All right, now that this butter is melted and it's starting to sizzle a little bit, I'm gonna throw in a Honeycrisp apple that I've chopped up into little bits. And we're gonna cook the apple in the butter for about 2 to 3 minutes. All right, this is looking really good. The apples are starting to get soft. So I'm gonna add to this a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a teaspoon of rubbed sage. We're just gonna sprinkle it on top here. You can also use like 15 to 18 fresh sage leaves if you chop them up really fine. And we're just gonna stir this out here, and that's about it. We're gonna keep this warm so that the butter doesn't congeal until we're ready for it to put it on our ravioli. All right, the next thing I want to do is take a pot of water here on the burner over high heat, throw in some salt, and we're going to bring this to a boil. All right, it looks like our water's starting to boil, so the next thing I'm going to do is throw in our ravioli that we made earlier. quickly as I can. We're going to throw this in here. And we're going to let them boil for about 5 to 6 minutes, just until the pasta is done.
Now, will they float to the top, Dave?
They should float to the top when they're done, yes.
Okay.
All right, I think these are ready. It's been about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and they're all floating to the top. So what I'm going to do is take them out, drain them a little bit here, and put them directly into my butter and apple sauce that we made.
Oh, that looks awesome, Dave.
Yep.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite part, the taste test. So let's see how we did here. Try and find. Light, fluffy, and so good. Your family's gonna be telling you,
I am the Pumpkin King!
enjoy, guys. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, it's good times and good food, and on Bake with Fox Solid Kitchen. We'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.